Well, how do that, chums? As I, Captain Steve, and yes, we're about 6 hours in. This is Expedition the Pioneers, and this expedition's revisited with I, Captain Steve, No Man's Sky, video sort of playlist on all my best tips for getting this done. Heck yes! Well, here I am, up inside of the Nexus, and yes, I'm hitting it up, and I'm looking to see if there's a mission that gives us Walker brains, but sadly there isn't. Now, these rotate out 10 minutes on the dot, every 10 minutes they will change. So, but what I am going to do is I'm just going to pick up Raid a Planetary Depot. Now, normally at the planetary depots, you may come across a sentinelized walker just sitting there, and as soon as you get close, he springs into life, and yes, you may have to zap him to get your walker brains and try and take out the sentinel walker. Yes, and that's probably what we're going to be doing. See there, my multi-tool is fairly upgraded now. I think I stand a good fighting chance. I've also got in a few shield modules, so I think I'm good. Excellent. So we're going to go kill the sentinels as well. I've got to kill 25. I'm already on 18. So if my maths is right, I've got to bag 7 of the little blighters. Yeah! Right, okay, well, let's fly on down. And I'm hoping the sentinel walker counts as a sentinel. You would like to hope it does. That said, the little sentinel drone robots on the derelict freighters don't count as sentinels, even though if they kill you, it says killed by sentinel drone. So it's a bit of an odd one that they don't count as sentinels in the old baggage counter, else I probably would have already done this mission when I was on that derelict, because I killed no end of the little blighters. Righto, now what I would say is hit up this save beacon. One, because if you do die, you're just going to respawn here, which is lovely and jubbly. And two, you've got waypoint marker mission inside of this phase 5. We've got to hit a whole load of them. There's something like 16 waypoint markers. There we go. We got the Sentinel Walker. Now, although he's activated, he's not Angry's. He's not Angry's because we have not shot him and we haven't antagonized him yet. But that will happen. That will happen very shortly. Please stay tuned. And we're going to do battle with a Walker. Heck yes, we are. Hello, Walker. I mean, technically, I could have just shot it then and antagonised it and we could have done battle, but you know what? I like to have a building just in case I need to duck for cover or dodge behind something or even run inside like a little scared chicken to get my actual health back. Yes, because sometimes they can get the better of you, these things. They can indeed do. I do find, though, getting up close and personal to a Sentinel Walker is better than keeping your distance. It doesn't hit you as much with its lasers, and the actual airborne missiles that it fires out, if you're right near it, don't really fail. They fail to hit you. So here we go. Anyway, I'm going to go inside. Well, I'm not going to go inside. I've just triggered the alarm system, so that's going to bring in some little drones. Perhaps I shouldn't have done that because they're annoying. Their little gunfire is a right little pain. There you go. That's his laser beam. But you watch this. If I get quite close to him, let's just wait until there we go. He's just exhausted himself a little bit. Oh, and he's blasting again. If you've got the personal force field, you can use that and gain some ground on him. But if you can get quite near to his legs, here you go. I'm getting close, but shooting him as well. I find that beam seems to miss or do less damage. So I sort of try to get behind him as well, because then he's got to do a whole turn circle. And in that time, you can get in a few extra shots and things. Now, it's firing all those sort of missiles up into the air. And I also find if you stay relatively close to him, they don't always connect. So yeah, I find that's my little tactics anyway. There we go. We're going to get the Walker Brain. Awesome, we've got the Walker Brain. And I think that counted towards my deathage of Sentinels. So now I only need to kill 6 more Sentinels. I'm going to head inside, turn off the alarm and kill some more Sentinels and leave you guys with some funky tune. Captain Steve, oh Captain. And I take to the air like an albatross. I don't know why I chose albatross. It was the first that came to mind. Anyway, we have now completed this mission. Yes, there's plenty of birds I could have chose from. I don't know what an odd one. Albatross. Where'd that come from? Anyway, boom! We've popped that. We've got ourselves a load of extra modules. Oh! We've got offered a multi-tool and it's a freaking epic one. It's an alien multi-tool. I want it. But I don't want to swap it for the one that I've done up. No, I'm going to have to decline. I hope I don't decline that forever. That would suck. That would suck. Really suck. Alright, do I want to decline forever? No, I freaking don't. Hit cancel. Hopefully it's going to let me pop that badge. Alright, let's land. Let's swap to a multi-tool that I don't freaking like. And let's get that alien multi-tool. That looks freaking epic. Yes. Well, what I did notice is it's got the Blaze Javelin. The Blaze Javelin, with these haptic feedback triggers, tends to fire when you don't want it to fire. It's a bit of an oddity. I think it needs tweaking, Mr. Hello Games. Right, so here we go. Yeah, Shaun of the Murrays, if you're listening. The Blaze Javelin is a bit weird to fire on these haptic feedback triggers. It really is. Right, you have to sort of hold it down very gingerly and then squeeze it slowly and then release. It's a bit of an odd one, especially when you're under fire. Yeah, there we go. Yes, I'm now swapping it for my Shite multi-tool. Take that. You can have my C-class for an S-class. That was a perfect swap. Heck yes, I want more of those. Brilliant. Awesome. Now we can go blow up the depot. You know what? I'm just going to do this with a flyby. I'm going to do it in my ship. I'm not even going to get out of my ship. I'm going to blow them to kingdom come. Yes, I'm just having a little practice with my Blaze Javelin. And it is a little bit squiffy. Right, now here is the actual depot. I'm going to use my rockets. Kaboom! How'd you like that? I think I just took out 3 depots in one missile. Right, let's fire again. Let's see if we can get the last 2 in one hit. Go on. Oh, I got 1, not the other. Well, I'll take that out with some rapid fire. Boom! Done! All 5 depots destroyed. Mission is kind of done. However, there's one of those little checkpoint beacons there. And we've got to do that in this Phase 5 to hit up all the checkpoints. I'm going to run in, blaze of glory, and pick that up and hopefully not take a single hit from a sentinel. Let's see if we can go about that business and do that. I'd imagine my rockets would have taken out any little sentinels that may have been in this vicinity. And I'm not seeing a walker, even though it has warned me that a walker may be en route. Well, let's go and grab this. Let's hit this up. Boom. Extra checkpoint added to the checkpoint list. Hopefully we'll hit about 8 or something by the time we get to that 16 count that we have to do. But I have got a sneaky little tip for getting all those checkpoints. Make sure you stay tuned and don't go anywhere, because hopefully we're going to be completing this expedition in this episode and ending up with the golden vector at the end of this, people. Yes, and the golden vector is something that you definitely want in your collection of things. Yes, things are good. So I'm now back up at the anomaly. I call it the Nexus because there's so many things in this game called the anomaly. I've installed the Walker Brain inside of my scanner. Yes, now we can actually scan for conflict zones and find ourselves an abandoned station in space. Right, so we'll be doing that straight after this mission, I think, people. So here we go. Why has it not come up saying complete mission? Oh, I was too quick for my own good, like Speedy Gonzales. Arriba, arriba, arriba. Right, let's go back in and let's try that once more. There we go, I can complete the mission now. Boom, done. Lovely job. And I've got some quick stuff, and I've got myself drop port coordinates. Brilliant. Awesome. We can put those in our pocket for a rainy day, can't we? Awesomes. Righto, let's get in my ship and let's fly on out. Now I'm thinking, shall we do... we could go to the rendezvous. I've got a base on the planet right next to it. No, we're going to Lost in Space. Righto, chums. So yes, we're going to go and find ourselves an uncharted. That's quite essential. It has to be uncharted. And it's got to be abandoned. So how do you find the abandoned systems, you say, Captain Steve? Well, when you're in the galactic map, you're looking at the conflict zone. So in the actual the economy, you want it to have something listed. And then it has to say data unavailable, just like this on there. So yeah, the first 2 entries are fine. The bottom one says data unavailable, and that is an abandoned system of space. The only thing is, if it's discovered by somebody, it doesn't pop the badge. Now, I have heard if you take out your internet connection or just sort of switch it off or whatever from your settings, hopefully it will pop for you. I haven't tried that. I don't really mess about my internet settings just in case I can't get it to freaking reconnect again. So what I'm doing is I'm going to use a Nexus. I'm going to jump to a featured base within inside of the Nexus. Now, a lot of these featured areas of space attract a lot of attention, and a lot of people sort of circulate out and take areas. But on expeditions, loads of people are searching for these abandoned areas, and I must have checked about 6 or 7, and I had no joy. So this is why I'm doing this. I'm jumping to one of the featured bases, and then I may have to do maybe 2 to 3 jumps before I start hitting abandoned systems that have not been discovered by somebody out there in the viewerverse or in playerverse. Right, I don't know where my ship is, and for whatever reason it's not using my nav data to call it in. Seems to be that the landing pads are fudged when it comes to calling in ships. Bit of an oddity. Yes, bit of an oddity. Right, so I'll just call in my ship. Yes, you may want to bake yourself a load of launch thruster fuel, because we are going to be doing that waypoint charting at some point as well later on, chum. So make sure, if you buy a Galactic Trade Terminal, you've got a few readies, buy a load of launch thruster fuel if you see it there. If not, buy yourself a load of metal platings and just craft some. Right, awesome. So now I'm going to have to do maybe 2 or 3 jumps to actually find one of these abandoned systems. But each jump I do, I'm going to jump to an abandoned system anyway, just to make sure it comes up with Uncharted. So here you go. That's not it. That was all data unavailable. There's one. Data unavailable at the bottom. Lovely. So we're jumping like we did last time, and let's keep our fingers crossed. Come on. You want... Oh, fudging heck. It's been discovered by somebody, and there's a blinking freighter battle. And yes, you can't get out of these freighter battles. I really wish that you could. You know that they hail you. If you say no, you're on your own. Thank you very much. They should let you be able to get out of there. Otherwise, you've got to outrun the ships. I find if you outrun them for a little while and then spin round and shoot that maybe the two that have been chasing you, then you can get away. It's frustrating as fudge, right, isn't it? It really is. And another thing that was a bit frustrating there is it popped up with the Dreams of the Deep mission and changed my mission over to the Dreams of the Deep. And I had to reselect this mission again before it will... Yeah, pain in the backside. Just a tad. Anyhow, I've found another system. Let's jump and let's see if this one is Uncharted. Go on. Be Uncharted. You know you want to. Boom! And we're there. And is it... Yes! First contact. This one is mine. That should pop the badge. Heck yes. So if you're wondering why the badge isn't popping and you've been to loads of these abandoned systems, that's probably why. Now, people have told me disconnected from the internet worked for them. I haven't done it. I can't confirm it. But yes, I can't deny it either. So give it a go if you're really frustrated and you're not having any luck, and you know what you're doing when it comes to techie stuff and reconnecting your stuff to the internet, as long as you're confident. Yes, you be the judge of whether you want to try that. Yes. Anyhow, boom! We've got loads of Atlas passes that I never use. Excellent. Unless I'm using... I use Atlas Pass 1. Yeah, just to open up those little red sort of canister things. Anyhow, inside of these systems, you often find... planets that have activated. You're looking for the word activated. It could be activated idiom, activated emerald, activated something, or even on ferrite. If it says magnetized ferrite, that's a very good indication that that planet has storms, and usually extreme storms. Head on down to a planet that says that. I mean, this one, I've been a little bit unlucky. This one has extreme storms and extreme sentinels. So this is not the nicest of planets to do this on, but it's going to work because it's an extreme storm planet. I'm just going to get chased by sentinels wherever I go. So I've landed. There's another checkpoint here. I'm going to hit that. Hopefully you've been hitting these checkpoints like I suggested right back in episode 1. And yes, hopefully you're going to have very few checkpoints to do when it comes to the end of this. I'd imagine it's going to be my last mission to do, the Navigator. But here we go. I've just selected the Survivor, and I'm just checking by running around on the planet that foot counter is going up. And yes, it is. And another thing, if you do land by a building, even if you go in the building and run around in circles in the building, and you're not even being affected by the weather, that counter still goes up. So if you really want to, okay, you can completely just run around inside of a building. I don't know whether it works if you build your own base. I'd imagine it would. So you could make yourself a little indoor racetrack. Just run around in a building, and it sorts you out, and you don't have to worry about your hazard protection or anything like that. I still have to collect all the storm crystals, and there's a heck of a lot of storm crystals I've got to go and collect. So you know what? I think for me, it's better that I venture out of here, find a storm crystal, and run around in circles around the storm crystal. I may have to top up my hazard protection, but if my hazard protection is getting low, I can always detract from running around the storm crystal, run and get some sodium, and then run back to where the storm crystal is until the storm rolls in. So here we go. Righto, so here comes the storm. Down, 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 down. Then comes the storm. Yes, brilliant. And now all I've got to do is find all these sort of Harry Potter lightning taggy type icons and run and go get the storm crystals. I'm going to play you some funky music. Captain Steve, oh Captain. Captain Steve, how do you do things you do? Oh, Captain Steve, I want to play the game with you. important announcement, people out there in the viewerverse. Now, if you have enjoyed this little playlist and these videos have helped you, hit a subscribe and hit that bell, mainly because the next expedition is going to be starting fairly soon after this one, so we've got 8 days remaining at the point of me filming this, and then the next expedition is going to happen. I'm going to do the same again, similar sort of playlists. Yeah, so you can watch Captain Steve and play through with me, excellent, eh? And all my best tips will be yours for the keeping. Yeah, so there we go, hit a subscribe. While you're at it, hit a like, hit all the freaking buttons. Yes, just don't hit them twice, no, because that's counterintuitive. Anyhow, yeah. Important announcement over. Now back to what we was doing. So I've just popped that badge, and yeah, you can see here my inventory is full. I'm going to have to go to a Galactic Trade Terminal and make some sales. Yes, I will. And I'm going to install some of this tech. Lovely. Let's just stick the harmonica over there, out the way. Dangerous weapon is the harmonica in the right hands. Yeah, this is a lady magnet, it really is. Probably no. It's never done me any favours. Don't go out and get one. It's not like got the Lynx effect. Yeah, it's not that Lynx has got the Lynx effect either. I don't even know what that is. Yeah, here we go. And let's head on into the station. Freaking tangents everywhere today, chums. Let's head on into the Stazione. And, yeah, inside the station, even though it's broken to hell on the outside, it's got a working Galactic Trade Terminal, it's got a working teleporter. That's all I need for now. Yeah, some goody gun drops. Yeah, so yes, I can install my tech, sell some shite I don't want, jump in a teleporter, and go somewhere where I do want to be. I'm going to be teleporting back over to my rendezvous for base. Yes, so then I can hit up the last and remaining rendezvous point. Yes, I'll be doing that in a second. I've got some more funky music for you people. Heck yeah! So yeah, as I touch back down on the rendezvous planet, now I must say, people, there's a lot of comms balls, a lot of bases, and a lot of lag. When I got out of my ship, it was like, I thought my game was going to fall over and die on me. It didn't. I haven't had a single crash. But I would say it's getting rather congested. Just go slow. I mean, I know I teleported back there, but I flew down pretty fast as well. Take it slow, go easy. Anyhow, now that I've got all the glyphs, because I've done the black hole one ages ago, we're pretty much at the end here, I'm just going to activate the portal, and just to get myself out of here in somewhere completely random, where I'm not getting spammed by freaking comms balls and bases and all that sort of malarkey, I'm just going to stick in a random code. Any old code would do, and I'm going to jump. Now, what I'm hoping to find is a moon. A moon is next to a planet. You know, planets have moons. Moons never have water, and they're a lot smaller than a planet. So, when you're actually flying around it, hopefully you're going to see a lot more sort of settlements and bases and things like, not player bases, NPC sort of bases, structures, buildings, that sort of thing. Places where you can hit up checkpoint waypoint markers. Yes! So yes, that's what I'm looking for. I'm not in a system that has a moon right now, but I am away from all the other player base in an area of space that I can claim as being my own in a roundabout way. I'm here as a discoverer of the new. Right, and I can see this has already got myself a colossal archive, and there's a building structure right there. Maybe I could do it on this swamp planet, but it has got water, and so you're going to have general swathes of area where you're not going to come across any settlement or building types, because there's going to be water there. Not ideal, and you can see here I'm scanning. Nothing else has popped up on my scanner. It was just sheer luck that those two were clustered together. On a moon, I think what they do is they take the density of the planet and spread the same count of buildings across the planet's surface. So the bigger the planet, the farther you've got to go before you get a building or structure. On a moon, which is smaller, hopefully everything's going to be crammed closer together, if you get me. So we're going to go and find ourselves a moon that's circling a planet. Lovely, so I'm going to jump over to the galactic map. Now, when you're on the galactic map, when you select a sun or whatever, you can actually see the planets that orbit it. And you can see there, it looks like there's a ringed planet with 2 moons. Ha! That's just what I want. So I'm going to head on over to that system. There's the ring planet. Has it got a moon? Yes, it has. And guess what? It's a freaking lush moon at that. It's a paradisey type moon. Well, a grassy moon. So we're going to go down to the grassy moon. Yes, we are. And it looks like it's a blue grassy moon. The Smurfs will be happy. They'll be camouflaged. We're going to head on down to the grassy moon. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And once we get down to the grassy moon, all I'm going to do is activate my scanner at random pulses as I'm flying around and hopefully come across bases. I like to lock onto the compass directions of north or south and just keep going. And yeah, if I don't pop a base, you know we've got all those maps that I swapped mine for some of the secure maps. Well, the secure maps have always got one of these checkpoint markers on. Even if it's a depot, it's still going to have one of these little checkpoints. So what I've got is I've got about 4 of them. So if I'm scanning and I don't come across these little flags and markers and checkpoints, I just pop one of those maps, jump to a secure facility, hit one up there, take off and head north again or south, and yeah, just start the process over again. So that's my advice for you people. Just fly along, activate your scanner every now and again, just hit it at regular intervals like I'm doing here. Boom. There's another one right over yonder hill. Yeah, let's head on over and let's go and hit up that one. Brilliant. So these checkpoints are going down. Boom, 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 left, right, and centre. I'm going to get this mission done, lickety-spit. And this is my last one. This is my last mission. Heck yes! So if you haven't hit that bell, please do. And if you do want to come to this planet, there's the coordinates for you. It's in Euclid, yeah. So maybe do it from your rendezvous, your last rendezvous point, because it's at a portal and you've got the glyphs. Yes, you have. Yeah, so you could come here and do this on this lovely planet and end your expedition on the same planet as Captain Steve. You could do that. Yeah, if you do, leave your comms ball there. Not that I'm ever going to return or read them, but yeah, other players, if they're doing the same, they'd be like, another Captain Steve fan there. Brilliant. Yes, there we go. It's just a little bit of extra, isn't it, I suppose? But yeah, here's my last one, I think, people. So yes, I'm just coming up to it. This is where I'm going to get my golden vector. And it's been emotional. It really has. Yes, doing this with you guys and having you along with me on my journey has been freaking epic. And I hope you join me for the next expedition and the next jaunt across the vast. And at Pioneers, well, the expedition's revisited. Until next time, people, you've been freaking ace. Heck yes, you have. But, yes, oh no, that wasn't my last one. I was getting ready to end off. That wasn't my last one. Here it is. Here's the last one. Let's touch on down. Cool. I'm getting ahead of myself, people. They all look the same, don't they? Yeah. Right. Oh, it's got a little washing machine type thing there. Great. I can sell a load of stuff to that. It's a galactic trade terminal, that. Brilliant. Boom. The navigator badge is ours, people out there in the viewerverse. We have done it. This time we've actually done it. Yeah, it's not like the last time. Right. Awesome. I don't know why I'm doing that. My little antennae. Brilliant. We've got that done. And we've got the badge. We've got the title. We've got the deeds. We've got everything we need. And now we can pop ourselves the golden vector. Can we call it down to this planet? Can I show you it in all of its awesomeness? I hope I can. Yes, I've got a lot of waypoints there. I could turn those in and get a load of nanites as well. Brilliant. Excellent. Done. And dusted. That's popped. And now I can go to the final phase and pop all the badges there. Don't forget to pop the badges on the final phase over here. So the big badge at the bottom is the one that you've got to pop. That isn't popped, okay? So it's easy to pop all of these because you've been doing that on every single phase page. But there's one extra badge that people sometimes miss, and they're like, why didn't I get my golden vector? I should have got it, and then they didn't realise I just got to hit the last panel. So here we go, it even tells you in the bottom left, well, right corner now, right, that you can do that. There we go, so there it is. Click that. That gives you the final reward. The golden vector will be ours. Brilliant. Claim ship, heck yes. And yeah, my own ship's there though at the moment, not this one. Okay, so if I go to the quick menu, go over to here and go to this lovely little garage of ships, and there's your golden vector. Let's call it in. I'm going to pause it mid-flight as it's kicking up all the dust and get a little camera mode action going on here to end off on people. Just imagine there's epic music playing right now. In fact, I might put some epic music in the background. Epic music in the background, heck yes. Well, take a gander with your hit holes. There was already epic music there. I didn't have to add my own. So there you go, people. You've all been freaking epic. All 20,000 of you shiny people, you. Goodbye, goodbye, and goodbye again. Well, thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see, please hit a like and a subscribe. And I'd like to say a massive, great big thank you to all of my backers over on Patreon and over on YouTube membership. Thanking you, backers. And if you want to support this channel, just don't skip the adverts. That throws revenue down my avenue. Or yeah, just stay with Captain Steve that little bit longer and hit something on this screen. There's merch here now too.